Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another Watch Our Realms video. We just got finished building up my Razaak, my Captain Reeve, and my Arrogance. I ended up getting all three from the banner, pretty happy. But today we're going to re-record my run for GR3. I want to incorporate Razaak in the run, honestly, just because he gives me a little bit of XP. So literally, when I'm sitting here doing a bunch of runs on GR3, I want to have a little bit of extra I want to have a little bit of extra experience, so you know, everything a little bit helps here and there. So okay, now I want to show you the run with a Piercer Lord. I haven't been able to find really any videos on clearing GR3 with a Piercer Lord. There's a couple of them, but they don't really show the setup. They kind of just show an auto run. I kind of watched Razaak's run, but he didn't really show how to do it. He kind of just showed the auto run going at 4x speed, and it's kind of hard to see what's going on. So I want to explain everything. I want to explain the timing, all that good stuff. Now, you do need a Piercer Lord for this strategy to work. So I know that's going to make it hard for a lot of people, but I will say when you get to level 19, 20, and 21, the content is very hard. So you have to use whatever you have. I will leave Dominance on for this run because I had to re-gear my entire account to do this. So I had to pull all my best gear off all my heroes and put it on my marksman for Gear Raid 3. So I have to leave Power of Dominance on for the 30% stats. Otherwise, I cannot clear this anymore because I've since removed that really good gear from my team for the run. Okay, so all right, we're gonna, instead of hitting the auto fight, we're just gonna hit fight. I am gonna swap out Maul. You can use Maul. I did use Maul to clear this, but Razaak is kind of just like a better Maul without the CC. The CC really doesn't get used that much. So again, we're gonna put him in there, and that's gonna give me some more experience on my runs, which is gonna be pretty good. Okay, so I'm using a cost generator. You do need hat set for this as well. Sorry, strong team. Yeah, there's nothing else I can say really. It's a hard dungeon, so you need strong teams. So all right, and timing is everything on this dungeon. It's everything. So very first thing, you have to put Dalin down extremely quickly, because you got to get that cost generation going. Okay. And then what's going to happen, I'm going to do this on 1x speed because, as I said, timing is everything. Okay, so then I'm going to put Calypso on the left-hand side. Use whatever is your weaker of your marksman first so that they have more time to clear. And then you're going to put your stronger marksman on the right-hand side here. Yeah. I guess you could go right then left, but this is the way I do it. Put your weaker one first on the left. Then you're going to put your stronger one next. You're going to wait for the cost generation to hit, and the very millisecond the cost generation hits, you're going to put Dolores, and you're going to put Hatset. I should have faced her up. I don't know why I faced her to the right. We're going to restart. We're going to restart. You got to face her up. Okay, so Dalin, you're going to go down first. You're going to wait now. This did take me like, I don't know, 3-4 hours, and I ended up just having to re-gear everyone on my entire account, as I said. So this one is quite difficult, but I kind of want to spotlight Razaak in here as well and just get that extra experience bonus. Okay, so the second I'm able to drop down Silas, I'm going to throw him down. Again, you could probably do this with epics. You might just need a little bit better gear. But the team that I have is really nice and obviously works very well. So again, we're going to put Dolores and Hatset down. You want to face Hat up so that she can attack sooner. You can see she can already attack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click Hat right away. We're going to kill. I'm going to leave 1 second after, and then I'm going to despawn. Now, the reason I add another second is in case you don't get a crit or something like that, I don't want RNG to kick me out of auto runs. So I'm trying to specifically record this for auto runs. You know what I mean? So I will do something slightly different than I will when I just am going for the first clear. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is as soon as my Dolores gets her ult up, I'm going to double click her. I'm going to double click Silas. Okay, so they're going to go and they're going to start just smashing the boss as fast as they can. I'm going to wait a couple seconds, and then I'm going to drop whatever her name is. I'm totally blanking on her name. Nyx. I'm going to drop Nyx pointing up. Nyx is going to be really good. You can use Vierna in that spot as well, so you don't have to use Nyx, but she does a very good job. Then I'm going to drop my Hollow. You could just put another healer, but I like that Hollow gives more rage regen and also reaches a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is the boss is dead and everything is dead here, so I'm going to despawn both of these units. Again, I waited a second or two just in case they're not getting the crits right away. And now what I do is I'm going to drop in Maul or Razaak right now, and I'm going to face him to the right, okay? So you can see he's clearing a lot of that area there. We're going to drop him, and he's going to help us out, okay? As soon as my Nyx gets her ultimate ready, I'm going to pop that. We want to get that cooldown, you know, ripping and roaring here. And now I'm going to wait for my Hatsoot to go down. You can see as soon as she's up, I'm just going to drop her. I'm going to face her up, and I'm going to let her go. The reason Hatsoot's so good here is she's invisible for the first second when you drop her. And that allows you to kill this enemy without it killing you, okay? So normally, Hatsoot would just die pretty quickly. But since I did that, we're good to go. Okay, now what's going to happen is some more enemies are going to come in here, and they're going to come down. I'm waiting for... There's a couple different ways you can do this. Now, you could just probably drop your Silas or your... Calypso or whoever facing right. There's some stuff I do just to kind of ensure the run for the auto runs, right? Again, sometimes you're just looking for that first run, but I'm trying to record a fairly quickly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm kind of going to wait. I'm going to drop whoever I want. I'm going to drop Calypso right here facing right. She's going to help me. And then as soon as I'm able to, I'm going to use the ultimate from... See, I kind of messed it up. I used the ultimate too late there. But what I'm going to do now is I'm simply going to... I don't know if we can actually even clear it now. Let's, I guess we'll just try, maybe I'll try Razaak ult without Dolores now. Dolores is pretty good rage regen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop her. We're going to try this, all right, we're going to use it right now. Oh man, he takes an hour to use it. Ooh, okay, so you got to use him a little bit quicker. You see how long that took him to use the ultimate? That's much longer than Maul's. So you kind of got to lead the enemies, but man, it did a lot of damage. So that's pretty cool. Now, we need to clear everything, right? Because if I'm trying to do my auto record, it won't record the auto run unless I clear everything, right? So you have to get a 3-star. It's a literal requirement. Now, Nyx's ultimate's about to get up. I'm going to use Nyx right now on her ultimate, and she's just going to rip it over there. Again, I'm waiting for Hatsoot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just waiting for her to spawn. I'm going to throw her up there, facing up. And then that's going to be it. I did use the ultimate on Hatsoot a little bit too late because you can see here now that enemy is going to get going before I'm able to drop. We're going to drop right now facing... I guess we could face down. Nah, we'll face up. We're going to be able to get this here, I think, with just this Razaak ult. Ooh, we're going to be close. Ooh, we're going to be close. We're not going to make it. Are we going to make it? I just popped her ult. Ooh, we did it. Okay, so it was really close, but there we go. I should have dropped my Hatsoot sooner and used the ultimate sooner, and that would have been a lot easier for the run. So it's all about timing. It's all about timing. Again, now I'm going to use the ult. We're going to clear all 3 of those pretty much no problem. And you can see I still have the ult on the team down here. So I was still able to clear those 3 if my Hatsoot didn't get the team down. Okay. So it's a little bit clunky, but now we have recorded it. You can see, oh, it's even my shortest run. Okay, cool. So if you don't get the shortest run, you can overwrite your old ones, even if it's not shortest. So there's a little button that says like, you know, like overwrite runs. So if you finally get one that you want to keep, even if it's like a second longer than your other one, you can still overwrite your auto runs with it. And you might need to do that because I actually got to the point where I bricked my auto run somehow by removing some of the gear. So I had to re-record it, and it was a slower run, but I wanted to overwrite it anyways because my other one had a 0% chance of winning. So you can overwrite it manually if you need to. There's a button right here. It doesn't show it because mine automatically overwrote it there. Now let's go look at the damage we got going on. We got Razaak in here now. And he didn't do a lot of damage because he's only there to catch those last stragglers. I didn't realize how long his ult was, so let me just try it again on auto and see if that new recording works, because sometimes the auto run is like very, very, very slightly delayed, like, you know, like a quarter of a second, and sometimes that will like really brick your run. So let's just see if it works real quick. We got the 4x speed, so it should be a quick run, but I'll kind of just show you now that I have recorded the new run with Razaak. Razaak? Yeah, Razaak. Okay, so we're using the ults on everyone, and man, Silas just does a really good job of beasting this boss down. There's some other single target damage dealers that you can definitely use, but he's going to just be quite strong here. Nyx is also really good, but you can use Vierna up there. And you do need a Piercer Lord for this strategy. You do need a Piercer Lord. This one is required because you need that extra range for the 2 heroes in front to kill the boss. Otherwise, you need a lot more burst damage, right? You need a lot more burst damage. Man, I was really close on that timing. I should have used Razaak's ult slightly sooner. I didn't realize how long of a delay it had compared to Maul. Maul doesn't have as big of a delay, but it looks like we're still going to work. And now on auto, you don't have to. You can let one enemy through, right? You know what I mean? Like, see, I can let an enemy through, and I'll still be able to complete it, and it won't change my loot or anything like that. So it's still fine. You know, even if I let 2 of those enemies through every time, I still have 1 life left. So, you know, it's a little bit different when you're recording for the actual auto run, but that's my GR3 team. This one, these are the rarest thing in the game. These cost like 200,000 stamina for each one. These are insanely rare. This is only the 3rd one I've ever gotten, and I've done like 2,000 runs in these stage 19s. So this is probably the rarest thing in the entire game, I think. Even honestly, I think these are rarer than getting a ancient piece on a gold set. I literally think the actual currency is rarer. So that's quite insane. We're going to get rid of that, even though it's a gold piece. Let's see, ultimate and defense and nothing good on it. So we'll get rid of that. Okay, so that's my Razaak. Just a short spotlight on him. I will make a champion spotlight on him hopefully this weekend. I put just a couple quick talents into them, and they all went into my basic, which actually is ideal in my opinion. You either want them all going into the basic or you want them all going into the ultimate, usually, because the basic is usually the only attack they use besides the ultimate, and then the ultimate, if you can max this out, you just get that minus skill cost, which just means they can use their ult so much faster. I don't even have him fully promoted. Literally, he's at 4-star. So I don't even have this thing right here, which basically just it makes him deal more damage. So, you know, even like that, he's still doing quite well. But you do need the Piercer Lord, and you do need some really strong damage dealers. Now, let me show you the level of gear that I had to put on my heroes to clear this. So right now, I put this type of gear on Silas, and this would have been enough to clear it because Silas is very good with this basic damage set. So this is the kind of stats you're looking for in something like this. Now, this isn't even the best stats, but I'll kind of show you like some of my really best heroes, and this is kind of what I had to do to get some of these down, okay? So you can see this hero, my Morrigan has 13.5 thousand HP, or attack. You really want to get into the 13,000s for attack. The higher attack you have, the more defense penetration you have in this game. So attack is quite important. But then once you get to like 15,000 attack, then you should be putting all of your damage into crit damage, okay? So you should be first trying to go to like 10,000 attack with 100% crit rate. That should be your first goal. And then after that, try to push your attack up to like 13, 14. And then push everything into crit damage. You can see, so I have like a lot of crit damage on this hero, like a really strong, let's see what we got going on, 280 crit damage, which is pretty good, with 100% crit and 15,000 attack is quite good. So you're going to be looking for stats like this. I don't forget I have 400 attack speed also on my Morrigan. So my Morrigan is built really well. I had to de-gear my Morrigan and my Vienna, who also is geared pretty well. You can see she has a lot, really good attack. She doesn't get a bonus from attack speed, so it's basically negligible, and some crit and crit damage. So you're going to need this type of gear on your heroes. You really are. And you're going to focus them on your 2 damage dealers, the ones that are going to the boss. You have to delete the boss very, very quickly. Now, if you're using Nyx, you don't quite need as much gear on Nyx to clear the waves. Is my Nyx missing, or where's my Nyx? Right here. You don't need crazy gear. You can see I only have like 11,000 attack, 100% crit rate, a little bit of crit damage. You don't need crazy gear for your Nyx, because she just does a lot of AoE damage, and that ultimate really wreaks havoc on the other team. So you don't need a crazy amount of gear on her, but you also will want a cost generator, I believe. I think a cost generator helps you a lot. Your gear doesn't matter on your cost generator. The only thing that really matters is basically getting this all the way built, okay? You really want this all the way there so you can get the cost generation +2 and the cooldown down. So every 25 seconds, she's going to restore, I think, 17 cost, which is really nice. That's just going to help you because timing is so important, and you're actually pulling units off the field and putting them back on. So you want that cost generation constantly, just to make sure that you're able to place all your units. Now, again, of course, you do need you do need a Lord of Piercers. Now, if you have a Razaak, she's obviously even better because she gives you more things, right? So she gives you just a better version, right? You can see 10%, she gives 15%, but she also gives increased damage, 50% extra damage, which is insane. So if you have a Razaak, she is really good, but if you have any of the Piercer Lords, you're good to go. You just need one of the two, okay? So you don't need a Razaak, you just need her, and honestly, I find her to be awful. I find her to be one of the worst heroes in the game, especially for GR3. GR3, you can't use her. You can't put her on the field. She literally is useless. I put her on there, but the problem is she deals magic damage. And the enemies in GR3 have so much magic resist that she literally hits them for like 5,000, where Silas hits them for like 200,000. So you can't, I built her out and then I was like, she's useless, so I don't even use her now. She just goes in the team to give me the Lord bonus. You do not have to place the Lord to get the Lord bonus. That's very important to know. You can use Maul. You don't need A5 Maul. You probably only need A1 Maul, and you probably don't even need A1 Maul. You probably, like, this is nice for the freeze, but honestly, your Maul should be killing the heroes instead of freezing them anyways. So you don't need an A5 Maul. You only need A1. You don't need an A3 Vortex. You only need an A0. I have seen people use different heroes in here, so you don't need the exact heroes I have. I've seen people use Blind Man, what's his name? Theowen. I've seen people use Brienne. So you don't need the exact heroes I have, but if you have the team, this should be a good video for you. So, okay, that's pretty much everything about the team, about the run, about everything. So I kind of wanted to go in depth about all the different strategies. You can use Vierna if you want to clear the left side instead if you don't have Nyx, but Nyx makes it quite easy in my opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like and the subscribe button. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.